What's good, GTA family? It's Wiz the Gamer, and today's video is about the top 10 must-have items if you want to maximize your earning potential in Grand Theft Auto Online. Again, this top 10 video is strictly going over the items that you need if you are trying to make the most money possible in GTA Online. At the start of the journey, you want to get the things that can make you money. Just like in real life, you want to get things that are going to make you money, your assets as opposed to your liabilities. So we're going to focus on your assets in GTA Online, the things that are going to make you the most amount of money and help you get it the fastest way possible. So stay tuned, and if you like this video, make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on the notifications, and like the video. Alright, let's get started. Alright, so the first purchase that you are going to want to make once you've grinded yourself up from the mud in Grand Theft Auto, without a business, once you've done whatever missions you've done to get up, once you've worked for a CEO or a motorcycle club or done, whatever you've done to get your first $1.1 million in your bank account, the first thing you're going to want to do is purchase the CEO office. As you can see, there are a few different modifications you can put, like adding living quarters, a gun locker, and all that, and a few other things. Drink gin, watch TV. But the most important thing is this computer in your office right here, the SecuroServe computer. This is where you can make more money solo on Grand Theft Auto 5 Online. The best mission, my favorite mission on here, is the vehicle warehouse. You're going to have to get you a vehicle warehouse, select one, and you can start to source vehicles in this warehouse. Now, as you see, there are different locations that you can choose from. Some a bit more expensive than others, some in better locations than others. As you see here, they start around 2.1 million. Or 2.2 million. This one's about 2.7 million in a better location though, because it's higher up on the map. 2.3 million. Now, when I was starting off, 2.3 million, 2.4 million, 2.5 million dollars was a lot to make. So I just found one that was in a good vicinity for a cheaper price. Over on this side of the map, you can find some for a little, less expensive. The one I got, I felt was a good location. This one's 1.6. Then up here is 2.8, but it also, gets you closer to a lot of the source missions. But I felt like this one was a good one. I'm in the barrio where if you come in there shooting, and they're gonna knock you off. So not to once you get to a certain location on that once you get to a certain point going to that location, like, people stop following you, because if they start shooting there, it's gonna be a shootout. So the next thing you're going to want to do, you can source these vehicles. If you have the money, then pick whatever location you like. But if not, just make sure you have a balance between cost and where it's at. Here you can see your stats on the screen. Everything you've done, the amount of vehicles stolen, the export success rate, stuff like that. See how much you've made in the warehouse. Alright, and the next thing that you can do with the CEO office is get the crate warehouse. This is another good mission that you can run solo. In my opinion, it's better to run this one as a team. Have some people that you can play with, or just get a small warehouse like I did. I just got a small warehouse because I do solo sourcing. So I just get a few. It's a good money making thing, especially if they have the double or triple rewards for this business. You can load up on these large warehouses. They cost a bit more, but you can get a whole lot more in there. And when they have those double rewards, sometimes they have them, they come up every now and again. If you have these warehouses filled up, then they will make you a lot of money, like this $3.2 million. See, this one's 1.9. You can get that right next door to the 3.2, and that'll make you your money back probably on the first run if you're getting double money rewards for it. So that's one thing. I don't do the crates too much, but it is most definitely one thing to look into if you want to do some solo grinding and you don't mind doing that. It's kind of mundane, the same thing all day. so it kind of gets boring. But it is a good money grind, especially if you fill the warehouse up and you wait for that double or triple money reward to come out. All right, and last but not least, well, it probably is least, but if you use it in combination with the other two grinds, it can make you some good money. You have your special vehicle work, and you can run these missions as well. Like I said, just run these in combination with the vehicle sourcing and the crate sourcing, and you can make some pretty good money. So you can start working your way up to purchase these next items on the list. Alright, so the next must-have item that we're going to need in the game is the Terabyte. Now this Terabyte is going to help out with the sourcing missions for the vehicle cargo and for the crate cargo, because you can park it anywhere, as you see, and you can start you don't have to go back to your office anymore. You can start sourcing your cargo from this Terabyte, so you can, you know, park at a specific location that's you know, in the middle of the map, so you can be, you know, close to any point that you would have to go to. So what you have to do is come here to this handprint scanning machine, sign in as a CEO, scan the machine, and like I said, you can run any mission, your gun supply missions. You can do the source missions for the gun supply. You can start source missions for your vehicle cargo, up here the special cargo, gun supplies, your biker supplies when you're logged in to the motorcycle club. Now again, as you can see, you can come up here to your special cargo. You can run the 1, 2, or 3 crate missions. You can come do your air freight cargoes, run all the or you can source all the air freight cargo missions from here. Now you do have to go start these if you want to go sell. You do still have to go to these places to sell from there. Again, you have the special client jobs, the robbery in progress, diamond shopping, target data, all of that. A few of them you have to do with partners to launch. Now another really cool thing about it is this multi-lock missile battery that you can purchase to add as an upgrade to your Terabyte. You know, it's just fun, you know, if you like to go to war at times with other players. It's just something that you can have a friend sit on and shoot around while you're there. Now you can't aim down too much, so if there's somebody like these cars here, you're not able to aim down. So, you know, it's just something fun to troll other players with. Not necessary, but, you know, a nice addition. Now the last and probably the most important reason that you're going to want to purchase your Terabyte as one of your top 10 items is the fact that it stores and is the place where you modify your Oppressor Mach 2. And the Oppressor Mach 2, you know, it's coming up later in the vehicle. Matter of fact, we're going to segue into that, but this is where you modify it. It's going to be your most important grinding vehicle in the game. It gets you from point A to point B on the map quicker than anything else. You know, a Hydra or a jet can get you there faster, or a laser, but it can't land the way this can. You can't just spawn it anywhere. And this right here, the Terabyte, is where you modify it. You can sell it here, which I don't know why you would, but you put your weapons on it here, put your armor, put your defense mechanisms and everything like that. So, you know, if you want to have a fully upgraded Mark II oppressor, you're going to need to get the Terabyte. Alright, and that's it for the Terabytes. Alright, so like I said, the number 3 item on your top 10 must-have money grinding items that you're going to want to purchase in Grand Theft Auto Online is the Mark II Oppressor, folks. This vehicle here is, you know, I know you started off from the ground up and you've been driving, you know, you probably started off like I did with a, you know, just a regular vehicle, you know, something like in real life it would be a Mercedes or something, or a BMW. Slow, you'd have to go to the top of the map, the bottom of the map, and all over the map in that vehicle. It is time consuming. This vehicle right here is a time saver. It's a life changer. You know, I'm glad I got it. I was excited when I got it. I couldn't wait to get it, you know, because first and foremost, I hated getting griefed by people on these things. And when I was moving my heist equipment and doing or not my heist equipment, but my motorcycle club business equipment and supplies, I would get griefed all the time, you know, and I didn't really have any defense for it. But, you know, this right here, I'm not a griefer myself. I just grind with the vehicle, and it's been a life change. You know, it's most definitely necessary. You can, you know, fly to different places, you know, like, for instance, I would have had to climb up there on that video. You know, it's good for, I do a lot of casino heists, and now I do the Cayo Perico heist, and this thing right here helps me save a tremendous amount of time doing those heist setups. You know, it takes it from being about a whole day, a 3 to 5 hour day, to down to about an hour, hour and a half, especially if you have you and a partner or a couple of partners that have oppressors, or even a deluxe, so, you know, which is probably going to be one of the items as well. But if you have this, it is a life changer, folks. You can fly into places that, you know, you can't really climb into. Like certain missions on the heist preps are a lot harder without it. You know, for instance, the bus mission on the heist prep, where you have to fly over to the bus, then fly into the prison, or get on the bus and go to the prison. This right here, you know, changes the game for you. So this right here is most definitely a must-have, folks. Watch. Now, normally on this mission, I would have had to go, you know, shoot the driver of that bus, steer the bus, and then bring it here and drive inside of the gate. But with this, I can come out here, just blow the bus up. You know, it's going to tell me where the guy's at. I can just fly over here. There are going to be 2 guys on each side of the tower I need to go to. Snipers, you need to take them out. But with the oppressor, it's so easy. These missiles are so accurate. Some of the most accurate missiles in the game, and this thing can get you into places that no other vehicle can. Check this out now. I would have to go downstairs and climb through the gate, but I can just go right here, go downstairs, and just kill the guy. It makes this mission so much easier, folks. It makes this is just, you know, one of the examples of how much easier the Oppressor Mark II makes your life in the game. So you most definitely, this is going to be, I'd get it as soon as possible. I know it's not cheap, you know, it's an expensive vehicle, but I would do everything I had to do to save up to get this vehicle. Just don't make those supercar purchases. You know, those are just aesthetically pleasing. You know, and get something that is going to help you grind and help you move around the map as fast as humanly possible. And the Mark Oppressor 2 is that vehicle, so I'd have this at the top of my list. If you could get it before you got the Terabyte, I'd say get that. That would be the first thing I'd get if you could get it in that order. But this is going to help you grind so much faster. You're going to make so much more money in the game, and it's just going to make your life a whole lot easier. So most definitely get that Mark II. And on to item number 4. Now, item number 4. And the first item I'm getting before I get any other business other than the CEO office, which is a mandatory in order to even operate this business, is a nightclub. Like I said, folks, this video is about making the most money possible in Grand Theft Auto Online. And this nightclub business is the business that you're going to need if you want to make the most money possible. Aside from the Cayo Perico heist, which, you know, just came out. So this right here helped everyone grind up to get to that Cayo Perico heist money. So the reason why you want to get this business is for this right here alone. The heist prep map. You can come down here to the basement and prepare for the casino heist. This is where you launch all of your heists. This is where you set up your prep missions to do the heist. You also have a living quarters back here, so you can spawn right into the arcade. You also have a garage. It's, you know, a 10-car garage. The only level you can get. You can have one 10-car garage, but, you know, me personally, I like to put weaponized vehicles. I started taking some of them to other garages, and I leave my brand new vehicles here because this is where I spawn into the most. So if I want something dropped off, I'm getting it sent here because this is where I spend most of my time. The next thing you want to do, there are 2 parts to making money in here. The first is the casino heist. The second is the actual arcade. It can make you money up to $50,000 in your safe, and this is how it makes money for you. You come here and buy these arcade games, and the more you own, the faster it's going to get your arcade safe money up. Now, the final reason that you're going to want to have this arcade is for the master control terminal. With this terminal, it's kind of like the Terabyte, except it gives you a lot more control. You can control any business that you have in the game from this master control terminal. You can control your once you build the money up to get that stuff. You can come here. You can control your nightclub. You can control your bunker from here. You can even launch sell missions from here, which I wouldn't recommend. I'd recommend you go to the spot because your vehicle is always going to spawn at the location that you're selling from. So I wouldn't launch anything here. It's just going to take more time. But you know, have that option if, you know, for whatever reason you'd like to. You can resupply your supplies for any of your businesses here. You can buy upgrades. You can manage staffs. You can do just about anything from this terminal. And that's it for the nightclub, folks. On to item number 5 of the top 10 items you need to purchase if you want to make the most amount of money in Grand Theft Auto Online. Alright, so as I previously mentioned, the arcade and the Cayo Perico heist are the two heists and businesses that are going to make you the most amount of money in the game. So the number 5 item that you need to purchase if you want to grind it out and get the most amount of money in the game as fast as humanly possible is the Kosatka, the new submarine that came out with the Cayo Perico heist DLC. Now this is mandatory if you want to be able to load up and host a Cayo Perico heist where you go rob the island of Cayo Perico, and you most definitely need to be logged into the CEO again. That's why the CEO office is a most definite mandatory, either that or another item on the list that's coming up later. But you have to be a CEO in order to launch this. Again, you come here, you do your setups, you do all of that. Nice heist is the one. It's running neck and neck for number 1 and number 2 are this and the Diamond Casino heist. The verdict is still out. We're gonna have to figure out which one is better, and I'm gonna drop another video on that. So make sure you guys subscribe and like and turn on your notifications so you can get all my updates on my latest content. So another reason you want to have this and you want to purchase this is a bonus vehicle item, but you can hold your Sparrow in here. You also have a downstairs portion where you can store your Kraken that you purchased with the Kosatka, and more important, the Kraken's nice, but more importantly, this is where you store your Toreador, and the Toreador, is another vehicle that we're going to talk about later in the video. Is a new top 10, but the Toreador is extremely nice to have, and you can store that in your Kosatka, so that's another reason it's a must-have. Alright, moving on to item number 6 on the list. Once you've grinded all the way up with those casino heists and your Grand Perico heist, you're going to want to start to invest. You're going to want to first invest in your motorcycle clubhouse. Your motorcycle clubhouse is the next thing you're going to want to get on your list. Now you can store about 2 motorcycles here. There are a few other things you can do over here. It's just a little garage that you have, just a motorcycle clubhouse where you can come hang out with your boys once you're the president of the motorcycle club. You have a little area over here you can go play arm wrestling. If you want to start an arm wrestling match, you can start it right there. You can come over here. You have one worker in here. She's like the assistant, the bartender out here in the motorcycle club. You can come drink with if you'd like. You can get on the jukebox, change your music, change up the vibes in your nightclub right here. Now the most important thing about this nightclub is back here in your back office / sleeping quarters is this computer right here. Just like with most of the other businesses, there is a computer in here that controls the whole operation, and this right here is where you can come in and you purchase your motorcycle clubhouse or your motorcycle club businesses. So this is where you come purchase your weed farm, your document forgery office, your methamphetamine lab, and your cocaine lockup, which are, if you're going to grind in Grand Theft Auto, we're going to talk about this later on in the video as well, but these are must-haves in the game if you want to grind and make the most amount of money possible, not only to grind but also for your nightclub. This is how you fill your nightclub storage up. You need these businesses in order. And we haven't talked about the nightclub, but that's another thing coming up. Alright, and item number 7 on the top 10 list of items you need to purchase if you want to make the most amount of money possible in the least amount of time possible is a buzzard, folks. Now that you have your CEO office, this vehicle, similar to the Mach 2 oppressor, it gets you around the map fast. It's weaponized, has some of the best missiles in the game. It's a little harder to fly. The oppressor's so easy to fly. It's like a motorcycle in the air. This right here, you have to learn how to fly. But if you ever get your Mach 2 oppressor blown up or something happens, it gets impounded, and you need to call something on the fly to fly around, this thing right here is gonna get you around town. Probably quicker than the oppressor. It's just, like I said, a bit harder to fly, but it still comes in handy. It gets you around the map fast. You can spawn it from anywhere, and you can spawn it at any time as long as you have your CEO. ability. So yeah, just make sure you grab this, and this is another vehicle. that is a mandatory. All right, and item number 8, the 8, and now this is more than one. You're going to want to get a few of these things. So these are your motorcycle club businesses. Now here we're in the cocaine lockup. You want to get the cocaine lockup and the methamphetamine or the methamphetamine and the cocaine lockup first. Those are the first two you want to get, as they make the most money for you in the game if you're actually running the businesses and doing the missions. So you want to get that, the weed farm, the counterfeit money, and the document forgery businesses as your 8th thing in the game. You know, you can either run these or not. These help out tremendously with another item on the list that we're going to get into here shortly. But from here you can just come over here to your computer, you can run your source missions, you can resupply the place. Again, you can also do this from your arcade if you have the arcade, so that you don't even have to come to these businesses anymore until you do a sales mission. So you know, that's a reason that another reason the arcade is one of the first businesses on this list. But you most definitely want to get these motorcycle club business. Alright, and item number 9 on the list, and this purchase is most definitely, if I could have gotten this first and it would have been as efficient and as effective as it is once you get it now, this most definitely would be way higher on the list. This would be top 3 on the list, is the nightclub. And you most definitely have to have all of your motorcycle club businesses in order to make this business as profitable as possible. As you see here, well, you can promote the club. There are different ways to make money. You can promote it just like in the arcade. It makes a bit of money on its own. Well, this one's kind of more hands-on, because you do have to do missions in order to keep your popularity of the nightclub up, or get these residential DJs and pay them. But you know, that's a little more hands-on. But the best thing about it is these technicians. You can get 5 technicians down here, and again, these right here, these boxes show the product that's building up in your nightclub, and you most definitely want to get all the motorcycle club businesses and the cargo businesses for that. Get all the upgrades, and you can make money as you sleep, if you will. This is passive income, the most passive income business in the game. Once you have all your motorcycle club businesses, or once you have all the motorcycle club businesses in your cargo and then air freight hangar or something like that. So you most definitely want to get this. It's quick money. What I do, I make about $5 million a day doing this method with the casino heist and this nightclub. So what I do at nighttime, I'll tie my sticks up, tie my analog up on the controller and leave the game running so it doesn't log me out. And I will let my guy walk around in circles all night so that I don't have to cut the game off, and I'll be building my nightclub up at that time. So I have about $1 million built up, or you know, around $1 million built up by the time I get up, and I run a couple of prep missions for whatever heist I'm doing. Then I run the heist, and then I can, you know, run this nightclub business after that and make about $1 million, as you guys saw. Alright, and finally, last but not least, the 10th item on the list is the brand new release for the Cayo Perico heist DLC, the Toreador, which is similar to the Stromberg. I wasn't too impressed with the Stromberg. I purchased it, a lot of money on it. I wasn't impressed at all, actually, you know, but this right here is a huge update to it, in water and out of the water. It comes with these boosters on it that like rocket boosters in the water. Again, out of the water you have torpedoes on it. It's just amazing. I love this vehicle. I'm going to use it a lot. You know, there was a certain mission for the nightclub business battles that you know, I wouldn't do because it's out on the boat. You always have to fly out there. You don't get too many packages. It's like a real war out there. Now this, I can't wait to test it out on that mission. But this right here, I use this vehicle a lot. It's fun. It's one of the fastest vehicles in the game with the rocket propeller. But this is a must-have vehicle in the game now, y'all. So anyway, I appreciate you guys watching. That's it for the top 10 video. If you like the video, make sure you subscribe to the channel. I drop stuff like this all the time. I drop a lot of tip and trick videos, a lot of grind videos, you know what I'm saying? And I'm looking for people to make money with. If you guys want to get down and play, like again, I play on Xbox One. If you guys want to make some money together, do some of the Cayo Perico heist or the Diamond Casino heist, just drop your name in the comments, drop your username in the comments. Also, if you have any other video ideas that you'd like me to drop, any other content you want to see from me, drop it down in the comments. And as always, y'all take it easy. I appreciate you watching.